Hello everybody and welcome to the 2024 Junior Slam Poetry Broadcast. I want to thank everybody in attendance and everybody watching via the live stream. I want to remind you that it takes a lot of courage to come up here and do these presentations, so please show that respect to everybody who comes up here. A couple of quick notes. Please keep the central walkway clear for moving cameras, and be aware of the use of flashing lights. We're going to start with John Thomas, who's going to perform Backslide.
It's fun to feel like you're on top, to feel like you're a good person, until you slide back to the bottom of everything. It's like a constant loop or a cycle of being at top, just to fall back down. It's like your mind knows it needs to knock you down a notch, or 100 notches, or maybe God just wants to discipline you for something that never happened. Or maybe life is just a constant slide. You can run up that slide, get to the top, but then you lose footing and backslide. But then you have to try again. Push on through till you get to the top of that slide. Maybe life is just a slide. One more thing, stay alive. It only takes one day for things to change. Up next is Nick with Eclipse.
I wander through the darkness, carefully stepping through the endless nothing. I stick my hand out for guidance, only to be greeted with a slight touch. I rejoice at first, then I curiously stick my hand out again. I feel the same touch. This time I let it guide me through the darkness. I attempt to talk, but I cannot seem to move my mouth, the touch of this hand being the only thing I have felt for what feels like years. I have followed it for some time now, maybe days, maybe weeks, who knows, but I trust the guide of their hand, intertwined with mine now. Yet somewhere deep within, I know this can't last forever. I finally at last see the light. I walk faster. No, I must run. I keep running and running. The light is in arm's reach. I stick my hand out into the light. I can finally see. It's a new feeling, but one I'm comfortable with. I look at my hand, only now realizing that the guide is gone. I no longer need it. Up next is Demarion Parks with Mountains to Move.
They say there are mountains too tall for you to climb, rocks too rough, paths too steep, but they don't know the fire that simmers deep beneath your bones. You weren't born to stand at the foot and admire the view. You were made to conquer, to carve out trails where no feet have dared to press, to see the summit, not a distant dream, but a promise to be kept. These mountains, they whisper, turn back. You are too small. You laugh because they don't know. You are not small. You are rising. You weren't built to crumble. You were built to soar, to dig your heels when the wind blows fierce, to press on every bone that begs rest, to move forward inch by inch until the impossible bows to your will. Because the truth is, the mountains were never in your way. They were always the test that would forge you and shape you into more. They will come to know just as you do, just as these mountains rise bold and steep, but the spirit which can never be confined. And when you stand at the peak, and you will raise your arms at the sky and shout with joy, I am the mountain, and I will never move.
We will return after a brief ad break.
In media communications technology, students will learn to be designers in the ever-changing world of digital art and design. Students will learn software like Adobe Photoshop, Lightroom, InDesign, and Illustrator. Students will also learn studio photography and photo retouching. You'll also be exposed to things like animation, video game design, and 3D printing. Get involved in the world of digital art and design today in media communications technology.
Sheep. Why did it have to be sheep? Find your adventure at Christie's Boutique.
Thank you for your patience throughout the ad break. We'll return with more poetry after a brief musical interlude while Christina Booker will perform an original song called Good Day.
Have you ever woken up and felt like you couldn't get up? Has it ever felt so tough and you feel like you've had enough? Well, I have a song for you to help you get through. I see nothing but blue skies, I feel nothing but good vibes, I see people laughing. It feels so happy, but I don't wanna be sappy. I just gotta keep having a good day. A good day. Have you ever felt alone and felt like you had to scroll through your phone? Have you ever gone to reflect and you feel like there's a disconnect? Well, there is a song for you to sing along, 'cause I feel nothing but blue skies, I feel nothing but good vibes, I see people laughing. It feels so happy, but I don't wanna be sappy. I just gotta keep having a good day. A good day. It is so dark. You're just trying to find a spark. You're looking into the night. It doesn't seem right. The sun starts to shine and everything starts to align. You watch it for a while and you smile, 'cause I see nothing but blue skies, I feel nothing but good vibes, I see people laughing. It feels so happy, but I don't wanna be sappy. I just gotta keep having a good day. A good day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Up next is Mercedes with her poem, You're Not Here.
September 4th, 2023. I came home from a camping trip to find out you weren't here anymore. I cried as loud as I could that day, my friends holding me in their arms, wishing it was you, hoping this was a bad dream, hoping you'll call Mom, telling her you're fine, but it was wishful thinking. We had to move out of Jamestown to help Grandpa. A few weeks later, we went to your viewing to say our last goodbyes. Your hands felt so cold. I wish I was hoping to wake up from this bad dream. We went to go bury you after. There was pain in everyone's eyes. The ones who hurt you sincerely apologized. I wish they did it when you were here. Then November came around. We finally got all our stuff packed away in the house to help Grandpa. My heart continues to throb. But the lessons you installed in me made me stronger. You are there with me each day, just a breath away. Your love is endless, never ending. Just as the mountains stream quenches my emotions. Today is a beautiful day.
On August 14, 2007, in Monroe County, Rochester, New York, my mother had the best thing that could possibly happen to me, and that was having me. I know that I changed her life when all this happened, but I just want to say the impact and the way you did it to make my life as best as it could be being a young single mother. There is nothing else I could ask for. I want to give back one day for all the successful stuff you did for me, all the times you got up off your butt to provide for me. I really could not be any more thankful all the times you fought me to get up for school, the things you did to push me to grow up to be a gentleman, a better person. I'm really glad to have someone like you in my family and to look up to. You made me the man I am today, and I just want to say I am proud of you, all the ups and downs we've been through. You never gave up or turned your back on me, not once. I will forever be by your side to walk in your shoes when life isn't the brightest. We've been through it all, thick and thin, but I'm just glad to have a woman like you in my life. I'll really be lost. I really appreciate you. Whenever I was feeling down, she would be the one there to always pull me up and make me feel better no matter what it was. Next up is Christina with I Am Me.
It was the summer of 2016. My life changed forever. My uncle had died in a motorcycle accident. My cousin would have to live with us. We had to move because there was no space for 5 of us. We left it all behind in Hinsdale. I said goodbye to my friends in 3rd grade. We came to Allegheny, not too far from where we used to live. I started 4th grade knowing no one. But I found a few friends, one particularly with red hair. We could laugh for hours, and in 5th grade, we were inseparable. However, that would change when we moved to middle school. It was different, and I was nervous. But I had my friend to help me. It didn't last long before he changed too. He cussed, he made crude jokes. I hated him for it. But he had forgotten our friendship and hurt me. I started to lose it. I talked to no one. Every day I would feel like I could cry. This went on for a year and a half while wearing masks. Finally, a new leaf turned. I tried to do theater. I was terrified at first, but I made new friends and found new things that I loved. Music and theater are just a few. Remember that redhead who hurt me? Well, I work with him now. We get along and formed a newfound friendship. I still miss the old days, but I make new memories every day. I meet people every day, and I could not be happier. If my life hadn't changed, I would not be the same person that I was. I found who I am, and I still do. But when things get tough, I still remember my uncle's words. Princess, I love you, and I can get back up. I am strong. I am loved. I am me.
With that concludes the 2024 Junior Slam Poetry broadcast. Thank you to everybody who was able to make it out here today and everybody who watched live. Thank you to the seniors who made this broadcast possible, but most importantly, thank you to the juniors who performed today.